Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Melissa and today I have a full day of eating vegan keto. If you're new here, I've been on the keto lifestyle for over a year and a half. I've lost over 80 pounds. I love sharing these what I eat in a day videos. I think you're going to be really excited about today's video because as you can see in the intro, I made a lot of traditional foods and I veganized them and also made them keto as well. I have been vegan for over 4 years. So I have incorporated the two together and it has worked wonders for me and my health. So let's get into what we're going to have today. I'm going to be starting with my lemon water as I always do. I did share this in one of my recent what I eat in a day videos. I'll leave that linked right above here for you guys. And we're going to move on to breakfast. So for breakfast today, as you saw, I'm going to be making an omelet with some sausage. I was so excited to finally find these Beyond Breakfast sausages. I found them in one of my local health food stores. And I also picked up some of this Just Egg, which I have used before. It is so good. If you are somebody who, are transitioning to a vegan or vegetarian diet and you miss eggs or you just want to try something different, try this out. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use some of this Country Crock plant butter. This is one of our favorites. My daughter and my daughter is also vegan and she loves this one as well. As you can see, it has a good amount of fats. The ingredients are okay. We're going to get a pan heated up and we're going to melt some of this butter in here. I put about a tablespoon of the plant butter. You can use whatever, plant-based butter that you have. You can also use coconut oil. I do use coconut oil from time to time. I just figured the butter today would give the egg a nice, like some richness to the egg flavor. So-called egg. It's obviously vegan. So we're going to melt that butter in the pan. And usually what I do is as it melts, I just kind of swirl it around the pan. Make sure it gets heat it up. You don't want to put the egg in there until it is, heated pretty well because just like you would cook a traditional egg, if you've ever done that, some of you I know are vegan for a long time. You want to make sure that pan is good and hot. So like I said, we're going to use this Just Egg. This is from the Hampton Creek Company. There are the macros you can see per serving. A serving size is 3 tablespoons. I'm actually going to do 3 servings, which was about a half of, or I think it was maybe, three servings, which measured out to about a half a cup of it. I felt like 3 tablespoons is just not enough. I want a decent sized omelet. So once my pan was heated up, and you can even see the butter will kind of start to sizzle up a little bit, I just poured that egg right into that nice hot pan, and I'm just going to let this sit a little bit, and after a while it'll start to bubble up, and we will create our omelet. So I'm going to get my sausages kind of pre-cooked a little bit. I am going to put them in the frying pan once my egg is almost ready, but I want to get them somewhat cooked a little bit. So as you can see, like I said, this is the Beyond Meat sausages. These are just like the ones that they've been selling in Dunkin' Donuts, which are a little bit pricey. So I was glad to finally find them in the store. You get 2 patties. They are smaller than the ones that they have at Dunkin' Donuts. 180 calories for 2. They are only 2 net carbs for the 2 of them, which is really great as well. So like I said, I'm just going to pop these in my air fryer. I always line my air fryer with some foil. Just, helps keep it clean a little bit longer. Going to pop those in there. I am going to cook them for just about 2 minutes, like I said, just to kind of get them a little bit warmed up, because then I just want to put them in the grill pan, the frying pan, and just kind of crisp them up right at the end when my omelet is ready. And as you can see, like I said, 2 minutes, air fryer. You could probably even microwave them if you don't have an air fryer, for like a minute or so as well. By that time, you can see my egg started to kind of bubble up a little bit. I think my stove is like on a slant because as you can see, it kind of cooked up more on one side. But after a while, you can see I kind of turned the pan and it fully bubbled up a little bit. And I salted it with, I put some sea salt and some black pepper. And then as it was, I could tell it was kind of set and it seemed like it was ready to flip. Now, a smaller pan would definitely work better. So as you can see, this was a little bit of maneuvering with 2 spatulas, but I made it work. It was a little bit, I feel like it's a little bit easier than a traditional egg because you can kind of maneuver it around the pan. So I just flipped it over, kind of just spread it back out. It was perfectly fine. Like I said, a smaller pan would be much better to make an omelet as they traditionally do. And then what I did was I had some frozen, some spinach and kale, and I just kind of crumbled that up, put that on one side of it because then we're going to flip it over and make it a nice omelet. So I let that sit there for like a minute or two, and then what I did was I just flip the other side over, and I'm going to just let this cook, you know, because I want to get that spinach and the kale since it was in the freezer. I want to get it heated up in the middle as well. And then I'm going to take my sausages out, and we're going to put those in the pan and kind of get those crisp up while our omelet, continues to cook through. Because like I said, I wanted to make sure that spinach, because it was cold. You could use fresh spinach as well, but what I usually do is when I get a big bulk amount of like spinach or kale, and if I don't get through all of it while it's fresh in the fridge, I will put it in a freezer bag, and I will just keep it on hand, and you can throw it in smoothies, throw it in your omelets, whatever you want to do with it. It is a great way to, even when it's on sale in the store and you want to stock up, just stick it in your freezer. So while that is cooking up, we're going to make a dirty, what do they call this? A dirty chai tea. And basically it is chai tea that is mixed with espresso. So I recently got this espresso powder at, I was going to say Starbucks, but not Starbucks. I got it at Target. And it was on clearance. And I'm going to use some of this Nut Pods creamer as well, which is like really low calorie. It is 0 net carbs. I love this stuff. You can use a decent amount of it, just to get a good amount of flavor. There's so many different non-dairy creamers out there nowadays, and I know I've shared so many of them. Guys, go check out my grocery hauls, because I show so many different ones, in all my grocery hauls all the time. It's amazing what they have on the market now. I'm also going to throw some XCT oil in there. It's good for your metabolism, your brain health as well. I've been getting this concentrated chai mix in my Misfits market boxes, which is basically a produce box, if you're not familiar with it, that gets sent right to your door. And then you can add other things into your box. And this is one of the things I've been adding on. I absolutely love it. It's only 1 calorie. It's no carbs. So I love having this like in the afternoon or sometimes in the morning. And it's basically, this is a 1-to-4, ratio. So what you do is you use a little bit of the chai, and then you add the rest, water and whatever, non-dairy milk or non-dairy creamer, whatever you want to add to it. Make this your own. So like I said, I'm just going to pour it in. I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to kind of judge, and kind of looks like 1/4 of the mason jar. I drink everything out of mason jars. If you've watched my channel, you know that I'm always drinking in a mason jar. So I'm going to do about probably about 1/2 of a tablespoon of the XCT oil. It's very similar to MCT oil. Just be careful, guys, if you've not used MCT or XCT oil before. It can upset your stomach, so start with a little bit. I'm also going to do a tablespoon of the espresso powder as well. And then I'm going to I ended up doing 2 of these Lakanto Monk Sweet Sweetener packets. But you can use, there's so many different sweeteners as well. There's Swerve. I really do love the Lakanto, the golden. I just love the taste of it. So I put that in there for a little bit of some sweetness. And then we're just going to fill it up with some water and fill it up almost all the way to the top. And sorry guys, I know this is getting a little bit blurry. I'm testing out it's an older camera, but it's new to me that I'm using it. But it is a really great camera, so I'm just kind of experimenting. So sorry if it gets blurry from time to time. And then I'm just going to add some of that Nut Pods. I didn't measure it. I just poured it in. I know, sometimes I measure, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just going with the flow. And then I just put a lid on there. You can, mix this up with a spoon. Shake it up, whatever way you want to do it. Like I said, try to make things as easy for yourself as possible. So I just gave this a good shake and mixed everything up. You could even throw it in the blender if you want it and make it like a sort of like a frappuccino kind of style. And that was going to be my dirty chai, which we're going to have with our amazing breakfast. So by that time, my omelet is all ready to go. And we're going to get this out of the pan. Actually, we're going to flip the sausages first. We're going to give those a nice little flip, because I want to make sure that they're nice and crispy on both sides. So we're going to give those a quick little flip. And I'm going to probably flip the omelet too, just to make sure both sides are heated through. And just let that sit for another minute, and then we're going to get that plated up. Alright, so as you can see, our egg omelet is all plated up, and I'm going to add some of this Heinz tomato ketchup. Is no sugar added. It's about a carb for like a tablespoon. I'm just going to drizzle some on. It was probably only like 1/2 of a tablespoon. And then, because if you guys know me well, who watch me all the time, you know I love hot sauce on everything. So we're going to use some of this sriracha. Just be careful. Some hot sauces do have some added carbs, so and sugar. So just beware. Sriracha is not one of those. And here is our final plate. This is breakfast for today. And I'm so excited about this breakfast. I have been, like I said, been wanting to get my hands on these Beyond sausages for so long. I actually went outside and sat in the sun. As you can see, the sun was so bright while I was outside eating. And I just wanted you guys to see, you can see the spinach on the inside of there. And this was such an amazing, amazing breakfast. Okay, so it is lunchtime, and we're kind of sticking with the breakfast theme a little bit today. And this is a recipe I'm actually working on for you guys, and will be in an upcoming video all on its own. So I'm not going to tell you all the ingredients at the moment, but this is basically my no oatmeal. So I just kind of mix it up. I set it aside. Like I said, you'll see it in an upcoming video. And I'm going to top it with some of this Silk half and half. Like I said earlier, there are so many different creamers and things like that you can put on your foods, in your coffee, your drinks, whatever it is. You can even use non-dairy milk in your no oatmeal. But I'm going to use this one just to give it a little bit more creaminess. This is also is free of like carrageenan, if I'm saying it right. I don't think I'm saying it right. It is coconut milk based as well. So here is my finished no oatmeal. As you can see, all nice and steaming hot. And if you are interested in these coconut bowls, I love these. I've had these for many years. The company sent them to me for free years ago to review, and I absolutely love them, and they've held up really well, really well. I'll leave their website linked below. I'm not affiliated or anything with them. So I'm going to just top that with the half and half. And then we're just going to sprinkle some sliced almonds on the top. I love sliced almonds, and they are so low net carb. A quarter cup is only, I believe it's only like 2 net carbs. And then we're going to top this with something a little bit extra special. You can leave it like this. You can eat it alone like this, or you can top it with other things. Like I said, in the upcoming video, you'll see, some variations, but I'm going to top this with some of the Chalk Zero maple syrup. I love this stuff. It is so good. A tablespoon is 1 net carb. It doesn't have erythritol in it as well. So if you are sensitive to erythritol, it does not have that in it, because I know, a lot of this unsweetened stuff does have erythritol in it. So we're just going to drizzle a little bit over top of that. It was probably roughly about a tablespoon. Like I said, I was not measuring today. Just did not feel like it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And there is our finished no oatmeal, and I have been absolutely loving this. I'm gonna love this once it gets like colder out. I do miss eating oatmeal from time, over this past year and a half. So I'm so excited to finally have this recipe, to have on hand for myself and to be sharing with you guys. And like I said, so here is what it looks like when it is all done. Once again, I was outside eating on my patio, and eating my oatmeal for lunch. Like I said, I was kind of feeling the breakfast today. Dinner will not be a breakfast themed, but it's going to be so good. So stay tuned for that. And so I'm going to eat this, and then we will be probably back for some dinner in a little bit. All right, guys, so it is time for dinner. So we are going to be making some chicken Alfredo tonight. I'm going to be using these Butler soy curls. I've used these so many times on my channel. Years ago, they sent me a bunch for free, but I always repurchase them. I did purchase these myself. This time I get them right on Amazon. You can also get them on their website. They are very low net carb. A whole bag is only is 8 servings and is 2 net carbs per serving. I know, there goes the camera again, getting blurry. Sorry about that, guys. They're basically just made from soy. That's it. So if you are sensitive to soy, I would avoid it. But they are so good. So they are dehydrated. So what I usually do is I will take a whole bag. You don't have to do the whole bag, but I was going to also prep another meal as well. So I put them in a bowl. And as you can see, like I said, they are dehydrated. And then what you're going to basically do is you're just going to pour some water over top of them. And then what I'm going to do then is just cover it with saran wrap, set it aside. I probably left it sitting, maybe like 20 minutes or so while I was, prepping, the family's dinner or whatnot. And then we're going to get these cooked up, and we're going to make some chicken Alfredo. All right, so we are back, and here is what our soy curls look after, is roughly about 30 minutes. Like I said, just cover them, let them sit. They will rehydrate. You will be able to tell when they are rehydrated. And then what I do is I just dump the water out, just kind of squeeze them a little bit just to kind of get some of the extra moisture out of them. And then I portioned out 2 servings. I was quite hungry this evening. I've been working out quite a bit this week. So then I put some coconut oil in my frying pan and just threw those in there. And then I'm going to season them with this garlic and herb seasoning. I got this at Dollar Tree and I absolutely love it. When I go back, I'll probably buy some more if they still have it. So I sprinkled that on there, as well as some salt and black pepper. Of course, always season your food, guys. Don't be afraid to season your food. Just be aware, sometimes some seasonings, can have extra additives, like be careful of maltodextrin, be careful of added sugars and things like that. So just be aware, you don't want to have those like hidden ingredients in your food. So I just kind of like, gave this a little quick stir, kind of just laid it, separated it in the pan so get nice and crispy. I'm going to let that sit, and while that is sitting, we're going to get our fettuccine noodles ready to go. And these are from Miracle Noodle. I know I also showed some recently from my Thrive Market haul. I'll leave that linked right above here for you guys as well, but these I had gotten in my local health food store. But if you can't find these, like I said, definitely try out Thrive. I have a link down below where you can get $25 and some free gifts off of your first purchase. So that will be linked down below, because they do have their own brand of these as well. So this particular brand is 0 calories. There are 2 servings in here, but I will usually eat a whole package because, I mean, seriously, it's 0 calories. And it's 0 carbs as well, because you can see the carbs on here are 1 and the fiber is 2. So, usually you're subtracting the fiber from the carbs. So these are just going to be like a filler to your meal. So that's why I'm just loving these lately. So we're going to get those ready, but we're just going to give our chicken a little quick stir because I just don't want it to get too browned on one side. And then what I did with the noodles was I just kind of took them out of the package. I know I didn't film it or anything, guys, but I took them out of the package and I just rinsed them under some cold water and just kind of remove the excess water. And then what I did was I just moved the my soy curls over once they were a little bit crispy, and I put the fettuccine noodles on the other side of the pan just so those can start cooking up. And then I'm going to season them basically the same way. I'm going to use some of that the garlic seasoning. As you can see, they look like fettuccine noodles. They also have like angel hair pasta. I also got ones from Thrive Market that are like rice, which I'm very excited about because I do miss eating rice from time to time. So like I said, I'm going to season this with the garlic and herb seasoning. I'm going to do the the salt and pepper. Like I said, don't forget, season your food. That's, it's very important to season your food. And I'm just going to let these cook a little bit. I'm also going to add some nutritional yeast as well. That will add some like a cheesy flavor to it, basically. I did about a quarter, I think it was about a cup of the nutritional yeast. Go by your taste. I like that. I love the flavor of nutritional yeast, so I always go a little bit heavy-handed. And then I'm just going to give this a little toss, just let them continue to cook. And then we're going to add the creamy part to make our Alfredo. So to make our creamy sauce for our chicken Alfredo, I'm going to use this tofutti cream cheese. I was so excited to find this in my local health food store. I do love the Aldi's one the best, but I love this one as well. This one tastes very similar to the Aldi's one. So if you don't have an Aldi's and you like a thicker cream cheese, and there goes the camera being blurry again. Anyways, this one is, it is 2 tablespoons is a serving, and it is 2 net carbs. So we're going to use about the 2 tablespoons. Like I said, I did not measure, guys, today. I kind of eyeballed it. It was one of those days. While I was cooking, I happened to be watching, I figured I would share with you guys. I was watching Gia from Marriage and Motherhood, and she was showing her 2-month update of her keto journey recently. She's been doing keto off and on for years. I love watching her channel. She's just so fun to watch. Anyway, so I put the cream cheese in there with my fettuccine noodles, and I just gave that a little stir so that would kind of start to melt down a little bit and cook into the noodles. And then what I'm going to do to make this even more, creamier. Am I saying that right? I don't know. This dinner was so good. I was so excited. I'm going to take some of this Silk dairy-free heavy whipping cream, This stuff is amazing, guys. I know I've said it many times. It is amazing. It's 5 grams of fat for a tablespoon. We probably used about 3 tablespoons, 45 calories. Like I said, I did not measure. I just poured tonight. That was how we're rolling. So I'd probably say I probably used about, probably about a quarter a cup or so, and just drizzled that in there, and that is going to make this so creamy and delicious. And then what I did was I just gave this a quick stir and just let it to continue to cook. And between the creaminess of the cream cheese and the whipping cream and the nutritional yeast, it's going to give it that nice cheese, such a cheesy, creamy flavor and that richness. It's so good. You could just do it with the heavy whipping cream if you wanted, if you didn't have the cream cheese, but I feel like the cream cheese just gives it a little bit more richness and just a little bit more, I don't know, it just adds a little something extra to it. So we're going to continue to stir that up. And then once that's kind of all cooked a little bit, then I'm just going to mix it all together with the chicken. And we're going to have this delicious, amazing chicken Alfredo dinner. Now, this was quite a bit. My eyes were bigger than my stomach tonight. Like I said, I've been working out so hard this week, doing weightlifting, running, walking. I've been doing so much that my appetite has been like through the roof. So, but everything, like I said, fits into my macros for the day. So as long as it fits and you want to eat an indulgent meal, go for it. So here is our final dinner. Once again, using my coconut bowls. I love these. They're so good. They're so nice. They're just visually just pleasing to look at. I love them so much. Like I said, I'm not affiliated with them. They did send them to me for free a couple years ago, and I've just had them for several years. But I love them so much. So, and like I said, they will be linked down below. But here is our final dinner. And in case you're interested in where I got these cool napkins from, they are bandanas basically, and I get them at the Dollar Tree because we do not use any paper products. A lot of paper products in our house, so we don't ever use paper napkins. I usually buy bandanas from the Dollar Tree. They're usually $2 for $1, and everything in my house is like either black and white and gray and white, so these fit in perfectly. So in case you're interested in where I got my napkins from, they are from Dollar Tree. So here is my final dinner. You can see how delicious and creamy this was. Like I said, this was very, very filling because you got all those nice healthy fats in there. But that is the thing I love about keto. I just love that, we can have this nice rich food and still continue on our weight loss journey. All right, guys, it is time for dessert, and I pretty much never end my night without having dessert, and it is always keto friendly. I usually try to keep it simple. Tonight we're doing a chia pudding. I know there's so many different recipes out there. I'm going to hopefully film this particular one for you guys. I've just been loving it lately. I tried it years ago and wasn't really a fan, but I'm just loving it so much lately. So this has been my end of the night kind of thing. Chia seeds have so many great health benefits for you as well. It's good for your digestion. There's lots of protein in it as well as the fiber. So I made the chia pudding, like I said, which I will hopefully share a video soon for you guys, and I topped it with some Lily's chocolate chips and a few raspberries. I love raspberries. It is a keto friendly fruit, so I'm loving that I can have that from time to time. And this was my dessert. Like I said, very, very simple, just a nice little sweet treat to end the night. I really hope you guys enjoyed what I ate today, this full day of eating vegan keto. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would love for you guys to join my YouTube family. Make sure hit that thumbs up and give me a like so I know that you are enjoying these videos and I can get more of them out for you guys. I hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy through this crazy time and world we are living in right now, and getting back to some sort of, new normal as we are as well as a family. Make sure leave me some comments down below. I just love talking to you guys, so whatever it is you guys want to talk about. You want to talk about something in the video, ask me some questions about the keto lifestyle, vegan lifestyle, family, whatever it is, tell me where you guys are located. I just love getting to know you guys, all my subscribers. So definitely make sure if you are new here to subscribe before you leave, because I enjoy talking to all of you guys. So like I said, I hope you guys really enjoyed this full day of eating vegan keto, and until next time, I will see you soon. Bye guys.